channel, and in this channel I'm going to show you what I've been previously using, which is how to set up Qbasic on the Windows 7 computer using Dosbox. So, and I'm also going to show you the progress I've made to that game I showed you before, Talbot's Vision. Maybe I'll be able to pull up some other games and show them to you. We'll kind of see how it goes here. Lately, I don't know, I just got on the Qbasic theme. We'll probably just see how this goes anyway. So first thing you want to do is obviously you want to download Dosbox. Let me kind of take you through this, make this a little bit easier for you to understand. So just go to the internet, type in Dosbox download, that should get it, and it's right here. And you can download it here. You just look for the version of Windows here, 32-bit version. You can download it right here. I'm not going to do it since I've already downloaded it, but you can download it. I believe this is the one right here. This, actually, it pops up right there. It is. So you just hit Save File, and it will download to your computer. And obviously, once it downloads, you just go to the Downloads folder. And I don't know how long ago I downloaded it here. I downloaded it on November 1st, so you just basically double-click here. You know the stuff. Hit yes. And it'll pop up the agreements, and you kind of just walk it through it. So once you've downloaded and installed it and extracted it, you want to go to the folder where you extracted it. Now, I just set mine in an actual library here, but I'll show you where I stored it on the computer. It's right here. I just stored it under Program Files, x86, Dosbox, right there. You just noticed my camera wasn't working. Let's try that again. Okay, there I am. See, I do exist. Okay, so here's basically what you do is you just double click the icon for the Dosbox application. It'll load up like that. For those who are not familiar, we're now inside of a DOS environment, so we need to set this drive up to recognize, because if you go here and you try to type in C, it's not going to recognize C, because you see here it says intro mount for more information. I mean, you can type intro mount if you want. I'll just show you what you're supposed to do. Basically, it shows you right there. You just type in mount C colon again, and you put the directory where your files are stored. I stored mine in Qbasic, so I'm just going to type in Qbasic. Now you can type in C, and you're basically looking at the Qbasic directory right now. This is just a folder, for those who want to know. This is just a folder I created on my hard drive right here called Qbasic, which stores all of the applications and stuff that I created and other people created in this folder. It's Ken Silverman, if anybody remembers him. Okay, so inside of Qbasic here, that's basically it. Now you can run Qbasic once you have it installed. You need to install it into the same folder where you're mounting, or it's not going to be able to see it. So as long as it's inside of Qbasic here, which I didn't show you that step, but I basically took Qbasic, extracted it into this folder. You just type QB or QB 4.5, and you see Qbasic 4.50. Okay, so let me shut this one down and minimize this. Now the window's kind of small because it's basically running inside of a larger. I have a larger screen here, a widescreen. I think it's 1080 by 920 or whatever the size is there. So it's going to be, I'm sorry, it's 1920 by 1080. I think that's it. So you can actually go and you can change the settings. I don't recommend to do this, but you can change them. I think it's under Options, Display there. Maybe it's, I did it once before, but maybe it's the View. Let's see, View, Next Sub. No, because there was an option menu that they added. So right check, pull menus. I thought it was Display. Scroll bars. This doesn't look like it though. Well, I'm not going to focus on that one too much, but there is a way to change the display in there somewhere. I just don't recall how to do it. But that's not the point of this video. Is wanted to show you the progress I made with that last game here, Talbot's Vision here. I think I put it under Talbot 2. And RPG or Tiles, let's see. RPG. So right here, this is the most recent updated version I have for the game. And this one should run. you'll see all the actual changes I made as I went along. This one's got the highest graphics. It's got all the other screens I created on it and the different levels. Take a second to load it here. Wish I could make it larger, but you'll see it here. Okay, so right there is the man. See him right there moving? Now, what I can do is I can go down here and I can show you another screen, but if I go down through this door here at the bottom, it's not going to let me exit back in it. So I'll show you that here in just a minute. First, I got to remember how to get out of here. Okay, so I go up here. I think I just went down in the door. Well, I guess you're going to get to see it because I accidentally went down. So it's loading another screen right now. It's loading in the next screen. Here we go. Now I'm kind of inside of the dungeon, so to speak. And actually, I can't exit out of this one. Okay, there was one I couldn't exit out. Actually, it's the one up here that I couldn't exit out. I do recall now. I won't go through the door, but you see it right there, the door there. If you go through this, it'll take you to a dungeon level. Unfortunately, there's no way back out of it. I haven't programmed a way to get back out of it, so I'm going to kind of go back down here and just kind of show you it step by step here. I really paid attention to the graphics in those days. I really got heavily into it and really wanted to create something that looked kind of pretty when I started seeing all the RPGs that were on scene, and I wanted to kind of make my mark, so to speak. So this is more the refined graphics for the game. I added some shadows and all kinds of stuff in. They're not totally relevant in this part, but you'll see them when I go back outside. There's a carpet. There's a carpet right here, and how far down this thing goes. Let's see. You got to see it kind of goes way down into different parts of the dungeon. Okay, so let's go back up here. It doesn't run the best in Windows 7. That's why it's kind of redrawn the screen. Oh, there's a door there. I'm almost afraid to go through it, but let's see what happens. Alright, I took a chance. I went through it. It's loading another screen right now that you're not seeing. It's basically reloading a maze that I had put in there. Oh, this is it. So you can actually see up here above the grass and all this area here. I'll pause it for a minute so I can show it to you. Right here I put in some of the shadows for the grass and stuff like that. And this is actually my, I wanted to show you this before. These are the dungeons I created. I'm sorry, the dungeons, the caves. This one takes forever to go through, so I'm not going to try to navigate the whole thing. It's very long. You can kind of see some of the outside trees and stuff I designed there. Trying to get it to look as pretty as I could. I'm not the greatest artist in the world, but I did always like to draw when I was a kid. So here's some other parts of the dungeon. I'm curious to see what's down here. You see some of the shadows there for the walls. Those are supposed to be shadows, believe it or not. This one takes forever to get through, so I'm not going to try to navigate the whole thing. I put some of them, I'll show you again here. I put some of the, detailed some of the graphics on the underground streams and stuff like that to make it look more detailed. How to get out of here. Oh, I'll go over here, that's right. I'll probably have to create 2 videos because these videos are going to cut out on the audio after a few minutes. I haven't been able to fix that yet, guys, so I'm kind of watching my time here. So I wanted to kind of, in the next video or so, I'll explain how the game works. Try to break them up that way. Now, how did I get in here again? Up here, I think it was. There we go. This should take me back inside. Take a second to load. Notice you can't see the inside until you go inside. That was part of the effect I created too. To give the illusion that he's inside and not outside looking in. Oh, there's a wall right there. I'm going back up kind of where I was earlier. Up here. I'll show you another room that I designed. And maybe I'll show you the dungeon before I exit. Because here's, people might recognize this is the original, the top part of the screen. But some of the things I did in this too is I created animation for the grass, although this is kind of corny looking. It's supposed to be grass is blowing in the wind. And here's another level you can go inside. Now what I was telling you about earlier, you can't see inside. I'll show you as I walk up this wall. You won't be able to see inside this building until I go inside of it. But if you look here, this is basically the top of it, and this is supposed to be the ceiling, and these are the windows on the top. So that's basically was the initial ideal. That's how a lot of the RPGs were created. Is you couldn't really, a lot of them you couldn't see inside until you actually went inside them. It creates the illusion. So now it's going to load that room. It'll take a second. Okay, now he's inside, and it goes inside another room here, but this one doesn't have to load. He just walks through there. And you can kind of see this is an inn. You press up here, and it kind of tells you things. $200 a night. Do you want an inn? And you say yes. Here's your room key. Okay. And it's the pads. What I can't show